Hey, what's going on, guys? And if you're hearing that little fan noise in the background, that's actually my PC. It's been running for like 5 days straight because a lot of people have been using it. But anyways, I want to get right through the video. I want to talk about the newly released Steam machines. Not released, but you can now pre-order them through Steam. The Steam controller by itself is $50, so we'll take that in account when doing the pricing. The Steam Link, apparently it allows you to use Steam to expand it through your home network. I'm not sure how it works yet, but Alienware has jumped at this, and Cyber, those are the recommended ones on the Steam website right now. So you have the option between Alienware and Cyber, and I'm sure a lot of other companies are going to be jumping on this. But I want to talk about the pricing of the individual parts by themselves, and compared to building it by yourself and then buying it from somebody like Alienware, for example. We're going to take this as an example because it's already available on pre-order from GameStop. And let's just go ahead and look at the specs. So they don't give you too much information about the graphics card, but we know it's a 2GB GDDR5 GTX CPU. I'm guessing it's a 750 or a 760 because that's what the other company is using. Cyber, I believe Cyber. Let's just check that out real quick. Cyber, I think they're using the $499 version is using a GTX 750 1 gig. So I don't know why this one's more expensive, but I don't know. It looks a little bit nicer than the Alienware. I'm not sure, but what I think it's using a i3 4160. This one is using an i3 4130. So this one is using a kind of a better, newer processor. I'm not too knowledgeable, if that's a word. I don't know too much about the differences between these processors. 40 i3. I'm gonna search it up right now. i3 4130 versus 4160. Let's see that. CPU boss. Let's check this one out. We'll check another one out. The 4160, they're pretty close. Okay, so there is no difference. This one, however, is clocked at 0.2 gigahertz higher. I don't know if that makes much of a difference. It really doesn't matter to me because I'm not an overclocker. I'm not a guy that cares about a higher clock speed, but they're around the same price. I don't know why Cyber is charging an extra $50 for that. That's up to them. But we have Tech Radar over here, and they decided to use the similar parts and build it themselves. They use the 750 1 gig. However, the Steam Machine Alienware is using 2 gigs GDDR5. Oh, they all use GDDR5. That was a mistake there. Motherboard, we don't know. I don't know if they say anything about the motherboard, but I'm pretty sure it's just a standard motherboard. 500 gigabyte HDD. So 4 gigs DDR3. That could probably be upgraded by yourself. You could just buy your own RAM. That's just maybe another $30 for 4 gigs. It's really not that much. That's what I'm pretty certain that's what that is. But for $400, because we're gonna subtract the $49.99 from the Steam controller, $400, same price as the what's it called, the PS4, I believe. Cyber is putting their shit at the Xbox price, $499.99. It's not an AMD. They're not going AMD because AMD, we all know AMD has this issue of heating problems, and I've had the issue, but when I built my computer with AMD is that I really had to be careful when playing not really graphic intensive games, but more like on the level of using the CPU a lot, and it had to use a lot of cores. The issue is that it heats up, but it really doesn't give you anything to let you know besides the fan cranking up. That's what's happening in my laptop right now. If you hear the fan in the background, it's just cranking up the fan, and then that's what it does. Supposedly, Intel, when I had an Intel computer, when it overheated, the same issue that I'm having right now with this computer, it would shut down. It would not do anything. So I think going with Intel is a better way to go. Intel is actually pretty powerful. What you're paying for here is, compared to the PS4, they're using an APU. So they're not even using a graphics card. So you're paying $400 for a 2 GB graphics card, GTX GPU. We're gonna pretend that it's a 750 because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. An i3 4130, that's gonna run you $120. The GTX, that's another 150 around. It's 2 gigs, so I'm guessing, let's search up that price. Let's pull up the calculator real quick. I'm gonna do this ghetto style. We have 124 the CPU, GTX 750, 2 GB, and that's gonna run you. Let's just check out eVega. eVega, it's gonna have the standard price because these prices aren't gonna be on sale, obviously. $129.99, so that's another 130 right there. Plus, let's check out the other specs. 4 GB DDR3. We're gonna check that out. Let's just say it's not 2x2, it's a single DDR3, so $30. It's on sale, so let's just give it $30. So plus 500 GB HDD, Western Digital, that's gonna run you around. Of course, you have the option to upgrade a lot of this stuff, so it's not closed like the consoles are. You have $49.99, so that's another $50 right there. So we're at $330 right now, and we're gonna tie in the Steam controller. Steam controller is around $50. Just hit my mouse there, and all this stuff separately would cost you around, I'm not sure how much shipping, but we're gonna assume we're at $380 right now. $120 for the processor, graphics card is $130, $30 for the RAM, $50 for the hard drive, and then $50 for the Steam controller. We're at $380. The shipping is probably going to run you around $50 because that was my experience with the case and everything. That was $50. So I don't know, when you add it to cart, you have to pay for shipping yet. I'm not sure. I'm sure if you go into GameStop and buy it there, you don't have to pay for shipping, obviously. So that's out of the window. If you're lazy to go to GameStop, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. So we're looking at exactly, what they're making is a $20 profit, but they're buying these items in bulk, so pretty much they're making a profit. They're pretty much making a profit because when you buy these items in bulk, the prices go down dramatically. So we're looking at $380 if you were to buy these parts as a consumer grade, pretty much someone who's just building a computer. $380. So with $450, let's just say 400 because we're not counting in the Steam controller. You get Alienware professional support, Alienware professional installment, because you don't know what you're gonna build together. I've had issues with my water cooling that I had to take it out, put it back in, because I was stupid enough not to test it, and what happened was that I destroyed $500-$600 computer. Was it that? No, that was my first computer. My second computer was $800, so that one was destroyed completely because I failed to do simple thing with the water cooling. Some parts were able to get replaced, but others were not, so that's money thrown out the window. You get Alienware support, Alienware help, tech help, if you have any anything that's wrong with the computer. And you also have the option in the end, if you don't like, you can just buy this and then say, you know what, I'm gonna upgrade the hard drive and then just install Windows and then use that as your computer. $450 is kind of nothing when you compare these parts and you get the Alienware support. I don't see anything here that says that you're not allowed to install your own system operating system. It comes with SteamOS obviously, but I'm not sure if they're gonna ban you or they're gonna say warranty is void. But you're paying $400 for a warranty for a monster gaming PC, basically, with the graphics cards and they obviously have made these two the processor and the graphics card, they're gonna work together. They probably, I don't know if they just, slapped some parts on, I don't know what they did, but I'm pretty sure they worked this out. You also have the option to buy a better graphics cards, more memory, terabyte, i7 4790K. Let's actually do the math. I'm gonna put this in a separate window here. Let's just do the math with this one. Let's see the pricing. We have an i7 4790K, i7 4790K. My typing is a little bit slow because the keyboard is far away, because I tried to step back with the microphone while typing at the same time because the fan is pretty freaking loud. Newegg, I don't know. Newegg has sales. I'm trying to look for a price that doesn't have sales, but we have $340 for the CPU. 1 terabyte HDD. I think those run around $80. I'm not sure. Let's check that out real quick. Internet is also freaking slow as hell. Western Digital, always a great way to go. This is actually on sale. I'm not sure. It's 54 RPM. Never mind. That's not what that one is. They're all 72 RPM. I'm 100% sure that that's what they have. Western Digital, 1 terabyte SATA. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the list price, not the save price, because I'm pretty sure they're average around $80. I'm gonna just put 80 just in case, because that's, I know what from personal knowledge, they probably dropped in price, but I'm just gonna put $80 because that's what I've known them to be my entire life. Not my entire life. That was wrong. I've known them to be $80 since, what, 2 years ago? They've been the same price. They fluctuated $20. 16 Gigabyte DDR3. Corsair Vengeance. Of course, these are aftermarket coolers for the RAM. They're probably not using that. We have 120. So that's 340 plus 80. 340. Alright, I'm gonna have to clear this. 340. What the hell? Okay. 340 plus 80 plus 120. We're at 540 right now. We have a GTX 980. GTX 980. I'm pretty sure this stuff is not gonna add up to 1419, as they say, because I'm pretty sure the 980 is like 400. How much is the 980? It's 500 actually. Of course, these are aftermarket coolers. I'm trying to find one. Let's see if there's one with not an aftermarket cooler, because usually those run higher priced. Vega, of course. Used Vega for the last one, so free Arkham Knights with purchase. No, I don't know. Let's just use a standard one. Let's just use, because they're all in the 500 range. I will go with 550. 550. So that's 1090. And then plus 50 for the Steam controller. I don't know. Is that... I think they were going a little bit rape there. That was... Our pricing was a little bit overboard. Intel Z97. Oh, forgot the Intel Z97. I'm gonna use Asus just to... There we go. Still doesn't make sense. I don't know. This was probably... That was 1280. Okay, so we're looking at 1280 and they're charging 1419. So I think going with the lower end side is a little bit safer. So Cyber, screw you, Cyber. We're not gonna go with Cyber. Alienware is where we're gonna go. Alienware. I'm gonna buy this. I'm not gonna pre-order it because I really don't support pre-ordering, but I will, however, buy this when it comes out. This item cannot ship to a PO box. Let's actually add to cart and see. A 2-year replacement plan. You actually have a 1-year warranty. This adds a 2-year for another $50. So you're paying $500. That's the price of an Xbox, basically. You're paying for this. I don't know. I'm looking at this better than my computer, the pricing wise. 2-year plan, $499.99. You get a 2-year plan, and if you don't like it, you have, I think, 14 days. So let's just see. Is there shipping? Where's the shipping with this? Buy as a guest. Let's just... What is the shipping? Alright, let me do this real quick. Okay, so shipping is gonna run you around $12. So you're paying $512 in total. Of course, you know, going to GameStop and buying it, that's another option. I have a GameStop nearby, so I might actually go buy it from there. That way I'll have a receipt if something happens. I always have a receipt on hand, because you never know what's wrong with these parts. Call me cheap, that really doesn't affect me. But a lot of people do this. They just don't speak of it, you know, because they don't like being called cheap. But you know what? Shipping, if I want to ship it, it's another $12 if I'm that lazy. But I just go ahead and nearby GameStop, and that'll be good. 5 to 10 days, $23 for 1 day. So that's 2 days, one for processing and one for shipping. That's even $530. to get it October 18th. It's a pretty good Christmas gift, if you ask me. So put that on your wish list. Just tell your parents exactly what it is. Alienware. They'll go to GameStop, buy it, and you'll have, if you have this alongside an Xbox, you don't need anything else. Because Xbox, the only game I bought Xbox for was Halo. That's really what it came down to. The only game, I kid you not, I have my entire Steam library filled with games. Call of Duty, like all of the Call of Duties. Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, honestly, I have not installed the game. Mainly because it's laggy as hell. I don't know why, but it shouldn't be laggy, but it's probably something wrong with my computer. I gotta fix that. But also the emulators, I stopped using some of the emulators because they also lagged. I have my 3DS with the recorder, so that was another price tag over there. So all these games, you have the option to buy more, buy less. I also buy aftermarket keys, but that's a whole another story. A lot of people do it. I don't want to talk about it right now because it's a long thing to talk about. So $500, the price of an Xbox. It's fantastic. This is fantastic. I'm gonna definitely buy it. I recommend you guys buy it if you're transitioning from a console to PC. Don't jump and build your own PC unless you have someone to help you out. My friend spent $1,500 on a lot of parts that were really nice, and he asked me for help. I built it for him. He's enjoying his time right now. I have computers that I've built, but I want to buy the Steam, what's it called? What do they call it? Steam machines. That's what they're calling it. The Steam machine. I'm actually going to buy one to unbox it. At the same time, I'm going to use it because I want to have this as a media center as well. It's going to be near my TV. Hook it up to my TV. I'm going to probably try to dual boot. If I can try to do that, that would be nice. I don't know, but you have the option to use an Xbox controller or a Steam controller or keyboard and mouse. But if you're going to hook it up to your TV, you're obviously not going to do keyboard and mouse. But you get a little screen. Push the mic again over there. Get a little screen, 20-inch, 22-inch screen. Put it on top of this thing or put it on the side. And that's it. That's all you need. You want to go computer style. You're transitioning from a console. This is a great product. That's it for now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. So basically what I'm saying is go buy this stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next rant if I ever do rants.